Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you don't know me, my name is Sarah McGuire from Sassy Paper Crafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and all week long I've been talking about die cards. If you want to see some of the die cards I've posted this week, you can check out my blog, sassypapercrafts.com, or click the link, the very last link in the description of this video. It'll take you to all my social media, my Facebook, my Instagram, where you can find all kinds of inspiration for those last minute Father's Day cards, or this one, which is a guy birthday card. So I used Blueberry Bushel here. I think that's just a nice, really like masculine colored blue. It's pretty with pinks and purples and things though too, if you want to recreate this and make a more feminine version of the card. But if you want to see how to make this card, please keep watching. So to start our card, we're going to start with a little bit of stamping, and I'm going to be using the Beautiful Balloons bundle. So this is a bundle that comes with a photopolymer stamp set with 16 stamps and the Beautiful Balloons dies. And we're going to be using several of these dies today. So we're going to be using this big balloon here, the label for our sentiment, and then the little balloon. And there's all kinds of other dies in here. You could do stars to go with the paper. There's a tassel for the balloons if you wanted to use it. And then there's this really cool one that it makes the paper like fringe. I actually did a card using this die during graduation week, which you can see on my blog. Speaking of my blog, all the supplies and measurements for this card are in that first link in the description of this video. It'll take you right to that blog post. So now I have my dies out. Let's do a little bit of stamping. Move that out of the way. I've already die cut our balloon here using this die. And then I need my scrap paper, which is somewhere in my life. We'll use this one. It's kind of big. I'm going to cut this down really quick for our label, for our sentiment. Just cut that down. We'll use that one, and we can also use that same one for our balloons. So we're going to be using 6 stamps. This big one, some of those. I'm going to grab the stamp set again to show you which ones. We're using this one here, and that's going to do that nice splatter effect there on the balloon. Happy birthday. These little stars here for the inside of our card, this little solid balloon, and then this speckled balloon. So let's start with our die cut pieces. So our happy birthday, I'm going to die cut it out of there. We're going to put it right in the middle. Again, I have Blueberry Bushel. Put that there. So we're going to get our happy birthday. I'm going to ink it up. I'm just tapping lightly a couple times. I'm going to put that right there. And that should cut out perfectly. Now what you could also do is what I did for this one is I die cut it first and then I stamped on it. You can do it either way. It really, however you're comfortable. Now we're going to do this little balloon, and we're going to do this one twice. So I'm going to go once here and once up here. And now we're done with our scrap paper. Take our die cut balloon and our speckles here. Now these don't fit perfectly in the balloon, but it's good enough. I like how they leave little stars in there, and it looks like one of those confetti filled balloons. And I like the tone on tone look of it. And then we also need, where's this one? Oh, this one's for our base. I was like, what am I doing? Let's do our inside card part first though. And I'll take our little stars here, and I'm just going to stamp the corners just like that. And now we can move that and get our card base. So I have a Blueberry Bushel card base. I'm just going to fold it over, grab my bone folder, burnish that edge so it just stays flat for me. And we're going to use the medium-sized balloon from the set. And I'm going to kind of create a background with this. So because we're filling in that middle, I'm not really too worried about the middle part. I do want to make sure that I get the edges good. And I'm just kind of randomly stamping. So I'm going to ink up this balloon every time I stamp and just kind of go all around until we have a nice background. So there is our background. You can see I got a little bit splotchy on some of the parts. It's okay. Like I said, most everything's going to be covered up. I just kind of wanted you to get the idea of what I was trying to do there. So now I'm going to clean off my stamps. Then we can die cut our pieces and put our card together. So I have my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I just wanted to check before I say this out loud. Yep, all of the dies from the Beautiful Balloon dies fit into the mini machine. I do highly, highly, highly recommend the standard size Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Just that way you don't have to worry about, is this going to fit? Is this not going to fit? So I'm going to put my label right over there. I hope it comes out straight. Again, I do normally just die cut that part first and then stamp on it, but we didn't this time and it should be okay. And I'm going to use a Post-it note for this guy because I want to make sure that balloon stays right where I want it to stay and doesn't move while I'm moving through the machine. That should be okay. And then we're just going to run this through. Now we have one balloon. And our happy birthday, which I think looks perfectly fine, just centered. And you do get little confetti bits, so be careful of those. I like to just take the whole cutting plate and dump it over the trash, so that way I don't get little confetti bits everywhere. But you know, sometimes you do because it's crafting and sometimes things get messy. So I'm going to do the same thing with the second balloon. If I can get it lined up. And my Post-it note over it. Top cutting plate. And that's, I just moved it. I watched it move. Sorry. And then we'll run it through. Just like that. Perfect. Okay. There. Now we have our pieces. I can put my machine away and then we can put our card together. So I want to point out too on this die that I do have some pieces still stuck in there. I just take the paper piercing end of the Take Your Pick tool and just kind of poke those out. Now they do make a precision die tool brush thing and you can just kind of run it over, but I feel like this one, they're a little too small for it, but that is great for the more intricate dies that we have. This works just fine, poking out all of those little pieces. Try to clean that up a little bit. Yep, and I got a piece on the floor. It's fine. So now I have some of the Bright and Beautiful Designer Series paper. We're going to use the star side here. Grab my Stampin' Seal. And again, all the measurements are in the blog post. The first link in the description of this video will take you right to it. You can get all the measurements for this card. And then grab our card base. I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this. Just, I want to pop it up just a little bit. I think 5 will probably do it. Losing backings. I don't know if you guys get dimensional backings all over your house, but I find them in the living room or the bathroom. I think they stick to my leg or my foot or something. Now we put our inside piece in before I forget about it, because a lot of times, I don't know why, I always forget the inside panel. Let's put that in. And then what I did was, for this big balloon, I wanted it in the corner like that, but I was afraid to put the seal directly on the balloon because I didn't want it to come off the edge and stick where I didn't want it. So I just kind of put some seal in that corner and then just covered it up like that. So that way it's not sticky back here and sticks down, and I didn't want all that. So I'm going to grab the dimensionals again. Oh, before we put this on, I have some of the Baker's Twine Essentials pack. This comes with 5 different Baker's Twine. There's basic white, gray granite, very vanilla, crumb cake, and basic black. We're going to use the basic white, and I'm just going to take a little bit of this and poke it through this hole here. And I'm just going to tie a knot. Nothing fancy. Just, I wanted a little bit of ribbon. Sorry, I have to be quiet while I tie a knot because it takes all of my attention. So I'm just going to pull on that and then cut. And if you want, you can fray the ends a little bit, however you want to do it. Put that to the side. Now we can put a couple of dimensionals on the back. And for this card, I kind of went like askew a little bit. I don't know, do I want to do it straight? Oh, I'll go askew. I like it. We'll do that. And then I'm going to put seal on the back of this balloon. This is going to stick right onto our label here. And then we'll put a dimensional on the back of this one. And kind of tuck it in there a little bit. But we're not done yet. We got to add some bling. So I have the Tinsel Gems 4-pack, which has lemon lime twist, lemon lolly. I'm not sure which colors these are yet. Bubble bath, fresh freesia. The catalog would tell me, but it's way over there, and you can find it in the catalog or on the Stampin' Up website. This is Blueberry Bushel, though, so we're going to use that. We're going to use 3 of these, and I'm just kind of randomly spreading those around, sprinkling them throughout the card. I didn't want too much bling since this is a masculine card, but guys deserve the bling too, and that is our card for today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this gave you an idea for a good guy card to use. This is such a versatile bundle. You could use it for kids cards, birthday cards in general. It's just celebration. I used the set for graduation cards, the You Did It and the tassel, and so this is just a really versatile bundle. If you do decide to purchase this bundle and you shop through my online store, be sure to use this month's host code. You will get 4 free card tutorials with every order, and orders over $50 this month get the boho blue textured ribbon from me in July. So I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great weekend, and I will see you next time.